as you can see, the refresh is definitely a thing here with these classic looking Atlanta Hawks jerseys. They look absolutely sick. Obviously from left to right you have, the classic white and red and little hints of yellow in the Atlanta Hawks jersey. You also have the very popular all red one. And I am definitely a big fan of the black and red and yellow Atlanta Hawks jerseys. I think they have one this year that they had. We're super sick. They also have them in here, but with the classic sort of 80s and 90s style of Atlanta Hawks uniform. And then something new, something different. This one definitely looks more like a modern Atlanta, like the city style of shirt with the sort of textured and the numbering. It looks very city-like, very neon, very cool, sort of Atlanta sort of style, I feel. Do I like it though? I'm not entirely sure. You guys know, if you've seen any of my previous ones, I'm not a big fan of teams, teams wearing different colored uniforms from their, traditional colors. So having the Atlanta Hawks wear a blue uniform, I don't know how big of a fan I am of that. I'd give these like a B minus, like a C plus. These are very good, but again, if these were the jerseys, which again, these are just made up fan concepts, which, fan jerseys are always better than the real NBA jerseys, but these ones are good. They just aren't surprising me. These aren't, oh my god, this is so cool and different. They're just good, clean Atlanta Hawks jerseys. I'll give this like a B minus, a C plus. Next up, we have the Boston Celtics, and with the Boston Celtics, again, if you guys know me, I am not a big fan of cream colored jerseys. And with these Boston Celtics ones, you can tell that their home jerseys are cream colored, and I'm not a big fan of cream colored jerseys. Now, I do really like the black and green jerseys, but I feel like this one could use a little bit more hints of green. Maybe if, like, at the bottom left hand or the bottom right hand corner of these, they had the Celtic green shamrock, that would be cool. Or maybe if on the shorts, if they didn't have shorts on here, maybe there's the shamrock or some little bit more pops and hints of green and gold. I feel like with this black jersey would look really cool. Now about their other ones, the all gold jersey, I don't really like it. I feel like they would just blend in with their court way too much. It kind of looks like the color of like their hardwood, kind of. I'm not a big fan of that color whatsoever, but the other one, the all green with the gold, I think that looks really cool. That very pops. The gold really pops a lot more. Again, off to kind of a shaky start to these jerseys. I would give this one, I don't know, maybe a C minus again. I would need to see the shorts of the black and green ones that are kind of okay. I'm not a fan of green color jerseys. I'm not a fan of this all gold, sort of browny type of gold color. The green one is cool, but I feel like this is a jersey we've sort of seen before in the past, so like, eh. Wow, I spoke too soon. I may have spoke too soon. We have the Brooklyn Nets up next, and whoa, talk about a change, but with some familiarity. I think is how you say that word. They're from left to right. This first set of Brooklyn jerseys, oh my god. Again, if these were the jerseys, if you told me these were the jerseys for next season, I would believe you, and I would be excited, because I love that Nets cursive writing. Oh my god, that is super duper clean. Wow, especially their away Brooklyn jerseys, that's super sick. Then you look at the alternative jerseys, and on the lining of the jersey for the alternate jerseys are the ones that they wore back, in their D'Angelo Russell sort of rebuilding playoff days. D'Angelo Russell is one of my favorite players. That D'Angelo Russell in that jersey is so awesome and dope to see. Obviously, the ice in the vein moment he had against the Lakers that year, that was super sick. I love this jersey. And their other ones, the ones with the star, I actually like these ones more than the other ones, the ones on the left-hand side. These far right-hand side ones with the stars down the side, giving a little bit of a throwback to when I think that the Nets at one point in time used to wear stars with their red, white, and blue jerseys, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's a little throwback to that, but this is easily a B plus, A minus. Like, this is almost like super dope. Now blues. That's not really cool. I like more of their traditional blue and purple colorway. I don't really like the sort of lime green when they throw it in there. Their Buzz City jersey, though, I do like the far right hand side black one. I think that was really cool. I think they had a jersey very similar to this a couple years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Now, they arguably had the best jersey in the NBA last year with their mint green, or I guess mint blue, color jersey. Those were, oh my god, those were absolutely insanely sick. I love them so much. There are other ones. Not a big fan. I actually really like their jerseys last year more than these ones, so I would give this like a C minus. Again, kind of like the Boston ones. I do enjoy, the far right one. It's cool, but I feel like they could use a little bit more, I guess you could say. And next up, we have the Chicago Bulls. And for the Bulls, they look like they have like 3 different sets of like an alternative jersey. They don't have like a home and away set. They have sort of like a city and urn and classic jersey. These ones are kind of cool. I think they're sort of, throwing it back to last year's jersey. I think they wore jerseys very similar to this, and they're cool. I definitely like the middle one the most, the white one with the blue stripes, red stars. I think that is really, really sick. It says it includes the Chicago City flag and the pinstripes to pay homage to the 1996 Chicago Bulls. And then on the far right hand side is just the classic, iconic black and red pinstripe jerseys that, yes, even Michael Jordan back in the 90s wore. I love those ones. Those ones, I think I said before in one of my videos, are my favorite Chicago Bulls jersey of all time. I love these jerseys. I do like the middle jersey a lot. I would give this like a B minus. I know I'm kind of saying, B minus, C plus, because these are all good because they're cleaned up. They look a little bit better, a little bit nicer. They're all going to be probably really good, but again, it's a jersey we've seen before. I wish they would have gotten a little bit more creative with these. I mean, my favorite one is the throwback one, and obviously the throwbacks are some of the best jerseys of all time. Next up, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers, and wow, for the Cavaliers, if the Cavs came out with these jerseys, that's fire. That's fire. Wow. I am a humongous fan of the, I'm guessing the home jersey and the alternate away jersey and the throwback jersey. I'm a fan of all of them. Besides the red and yellow one, that one's a little bit too ketchup and mustardy for me, at least in my opinion. But the rest of them, these are super sick. I don't think the Cavs have ever came out with jerseys ever like this. I know their throwback jerseys looked a little something like that in the past, but these just look way better and nicer and cleaner. I think my favorite ones maybe are the alternative ones, the black and dark red ones with a little bit of that Cleveland yellowish gold color. Oh my god, these are nice. Is this the first A? I think this might be the first A. A minus. Ooh, man. I might have to go A minus because the only thing is it is kind of simplistic, but that's what makes them really cool. But also just the ketchup and mustard jersey. Those are ugly. No offense. Next up, we have the Dallas Mavericks. For the Dallas Mavericks, they are going very weird. They're going green, I guess you can say. I know Dallas is. I guess back in the day, their secondary color was green, and it looks like they're going very green with these home and away jerseys. Not really a big fan. I'm a big fan of the Dallas Maverick blue, so that middle jersey that just says Mavericks on it, I like the color. But to talk about, I love me a nice, clean, simple jersey, but this is something that an 11th, 10th grader could probably make in some sort of Photoshop. It looks like it just says Mavericks, and it's blue. I guess that's kind of okay. I do like the far right hand side blue Texas state icon jersey. I think that's kind of cool. But I mean, still, it's nothing very creative, nothing different, nothing fun. I mean, they could have done something with the horse, the Maverick horse. They could have done something, with Dirk Nowitzki, maybe a cool like Dirk Nowitzki sort of throwback jersey. That'd be kind of cool. But these are a little bit too simplistic wearing all green jerseys, which I know back in the day they did have all green jerseys. I was not a big fan of them. I don't know. I don't like this at all. This might be like a D plus, a C minus, maybe. Yeah, I'm actually gonna say D plus, D. Then we have the Denver Nuggets, and for Denver, wow, very cool. They have these not classic. They are classic inspired jerseys with a twist of their new color scheme, which is just more of a navy blue and a burgundy color and a darker gold color as well. Then on the flip side, you have their classic 90s sort of style where it has the rainbow and the Denver background, the mountains in the background. Obviously, we all know those iconic 90s jerseys they used to wear. I think these ones are extremely cool. I am a big fan of them. I will say the away jersey is definitely my favorite one. I love that dark blue color when they wear that color, and the how that red pops. And I know they're trying to sort of recreate a sort of a sunset style that I guess Denver, Colorado has very beautiful sunsets. I've never been there, so I wouldn't know, but I know it's like what they're sort of hinting at. I like this a lot. This is probably a solid B. These are all, again, if you told me these were the jerseys for next season, I would believe you, and I would love them. Up next, we have the Detroit Pistons. And wow, who would have thought that maybe so far the Pistons and the Cavaliers would have the best change and maybe even the best jerseys in the collection so far. Wow. It's still, a very simple style of Pistons jersey, but with added flair, which if any team in the NBA needs a reboot and sort of refresh of their jerseys, it's definitely Detroit. And wow, just the adding of the little bit of design to the jersey is super sick. The clean color scheme of it all looks really dope. I like the home jersey, I like the away jersey, I like the alternative jersey, and then you have this it looks like their city jersey, and they may have done a jersey like this before, but it looks good. I really enjoy this. This actually is super sick. Even below it, they have another sort of jersey line of the classic 90s old, Detroit Pistons, where the horse was the logo, and even those are all sick. I hate the teal one. I think a lot of people don't like the teal version of this jersey, but I mean, I think these are all really cool. Wow, these might be a B plus, an A, somewhere in between there, man. These are really nice. And we have the Golden State Warriors, and for the Warriors, all the same. They're all the same jerseys, and they even have bringing back the Bay jerseys, but these ones are a different color scheme that are pretty interesting. You have a Bay jersey that is more of an aqua color, a turquoise color, but it's a very beautiful sort of sunset color of the Golden Gate Bridge. I think is what it is, or maybe just the Bay color. It looks really cool. And then they have another jersey, which is the sort of Chinese New Year jersey that they had back in the day. Throwback to that, and those are sick. They actually need to have these. These are super duper 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 sick, especially with the sort of shout out to the Chinese New Year. I really like that a lot. That's pretty much all they had. I mean, the other jerseys I think are just regular Warrior jerseys, but I am a big fan of the Chinese New Year one. I'm not a very big fan of the turquoise color. Don't think that makes a lot of sense, at least in my opinion, but I would give this like a B minus, like a C plus. I mean, I love Warrior jerseys; those are super sick. But I'm not a big fan of the turquoise sort of color one. But the Chinese New Year one is very, 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 very. You have the Houston Rockets here, and for them, they're throwing it back to the cartoon Houston Rockets logo. And I don't know if I am a big fan of these, but I'm not a big fan of these at all. These are pretty trash. I'm not gonna lie, not very cool. Then on the other side, they have the Houston Astros jersey, which it's so funny that they did this because I said in another video it would be cool if like an NFL jersey was an NBA jersey, or if the NBA team meshed with a MLB team and they sort of swapped color schemes and things like that. I think that'd be really cool, and it looks like These ones are okay. I mean, you have the far left one, which is just, to me, it looks like just a regular Indiana Pacer jersey. And then they have one of sort of like the Dallas Maverick one with the state on the jersey, which it's okay. I get they also have the checkered flag sort of styling on the side, which again a Pacer, race cars, things like that, kind of makes sense. Oh, and they also have another set of jerseys, which is just more of like their modern style. I actually kind of like these a lot. Actually, these are actually kind of dope. And they also have some for more of like their current color scheme, the darker, navy blue and that brighter yellow. It looks really cool. I think I actually do like these a little bit more. And again, these ones are like, if you showed me these, and these were the Pacers jerseys next year, it wouldn't surprise me. Clippers. Oh, okay. It's a different color scheme. It's a yellow. It's an orange and sort of like a baby sky blue color, and it's because it is a changed color scheme to the Buffalo Braves, which again, the Braves are now the Clippers, which I think last year or the year before they had those really interesting Buffalo Brave jerseys that definitely were pretty ugly, but these ones are very cool. They can sort of give off like a cool, like a beachy, like a San Diego type of vibe, which is kind of cool because the Clippers also used to play in San Diego. I like these a lot. These are actually really cool. Now, obviously, I know that the Clippers are trying to be that sort of like hard team. I guess they have the sort of like really cool, like I don't know, very city GTA style of riding for a lot of their their alternate jerseys, and these ones definitely don't really match very well with these. But I actually like these a lot. Probably not their style anymore, but I do like them. These are definitely a solid B. I could definitely see these being really cool jerseys, and they even have a picture of Paul George wearing it. I think it looks super sexed up. We have the LA Lakers, and I'm not very impressed. I don't actually like this very much at all. It looks just like a normal Laker jersey, but less cool. And they do have those cool classic cursive, blue jerseys that they had last year, but if they did this, they should just bring back the ones they had last year, because those ones were really cool. And then they have a sort of Black Mamba inspired jersey, which you can tell that this is what they're trying to do, but if they did a jersey like this in real life, they would just bring back the Black Mamba jerseys, because those were really cool. So these are, again, a D plus, a D maybe. I mean, not, no offense to the person who did these, not a lot of effort, you know what I mean? These jerseys are already made, and there are better versions of them that have been made. Grizzlies, it looks like they're going a throwback again to their their Vancouver Grizzly days, which is really dope, and that color scheme of that brighter blue turquoise color with that sort of totem pole styling on the neck collar line, which is dope. Those are okay, but I'm actually a big fan of these sort of blues music inspired Memphis Grizzlies jerseys. Those are sick. I even really like the red one, and I know I just kept talking about, I don't like when teams wear the wrong color jersey. These red ones are actually kind of sick. I'm actually kind of a fan. Could you imagine John Moran wearing this jersey? That'd be dope. But even the blue, the black and blue ones, those ones are, man, that's dope. And if you can't tell, the M in Memphis is our, musical notes, kind of like the Utah Jazz. But obviously, if you know Memphis, they're also known for having great music. I think this is actually a super duper dope one for sure. We have the Miami Heat next, and I mean, again, kind of like the Laker jerseys, these are just jerseys that have been made before, I think. It's just their Miami Vice jerseys, and obviously these are very good, very popular fan favorites. Again, these jerseys have just been made already. I mean, my favorite Miami Heat jersey of these were definitely the white ones, the first edition of them. Those ones are really dope, but again, these have been made before. The ones at the opposite end, though, the far right-hand side, though, the Miami Heat one, that one is really dope. And I hope next year Miami does more, fiery red, cool, dope Heat style of jerseys. The ones last year, like their gold championship edition says here, it is a classic uniform from the 1973-1974 season with updated color scheme and aesthetic. Very fancy. It does look like a very classic style. You have the very classic Bucks cursive writing that, again, Kareem, Oscar Robertson used to wear back in the day. The Minnesota Timberwolves with an interesting style. It says here these jerseys have added trees to pay homage, I think that's how you pronounce that word, by the way, to Kevin Garnett's era of basketball. The city uniform is the Northern Lights inspired one. Interesting. Well, I can say I like the away jerseys, from the far left. It's the right one from the far left. That one is cool, with the blue trees and the white sort of background skyline. That one's okay. Even the home jersey is kind of cool, but I'm not a fan of the Seattle sort of Seahawks colorway, that lime green and blue color. I hate it. I don't like it on Seattle, and I don't like it on this team either. Then you have this black and lime green sort of color. I'm not a big fan, and again, if you know from my last video, I am not a fan of gray jerseys. If you are going to have a gray jersey, pick a black jersey or pick a white jersey. I hate all gray jerseys. They are ugly. These ones, not a big fan of. These ones, if I were to grade some of these jerseys, I mean, this is like a D plus, something like that. New Orleans Pelicans, and for them, it looks like their home and away and alternative jersey are just a more, I guess, cleaned up version of the jersey they've had in the past, which I'm a very big fan of. Again, if any team needs sort of a reboot in jerseys and uniforms and color scheme, it's definitely New Orleans, that's for sure. And these are really cool. I'm a very big fan of that New Orleans bright red. I think that's a really cool looking jersey. But if you look on the flip side, they have their alternative jerseys, and wow, I absolutely hate the purple one. It makes it look like a Barney or a Joker sort of throwback jersey. I hate it. Could you imagine, Zion, Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, that whole starting five wearing these jerseys on the court? Definitely a little clownish, not gonna lie. The far right ones are sort of a throwback to them. I'm assuming the, Chris Paul, David West era of New Orleans basketball, which is really cool. Wow, they really just made me eat my words, because they have another set of jerseys, and these ones are like the NOLA jerseys from the first set, but again, cleaned up, better color scheme. Oh my god, these have to be a jersey. These have to be real. Like, these are so cool. Are you kidding me? It's just a cool New Orleans trumpet. You get that sort of French decor, sort of styling of the lettering. This is amazing. These are really dope. Again, an A minus. Those are really cool. The other ones are okay. These ones, that's really dope. That is, we have the New York Knicks, and for the Knicks, it looks like they have some sort of like New York City skyline sort of themed one. It looks like, I'm not entirely sure if that is the skyline. Maybe it's just some sort of texturing. I'm not a very big fan of it. I don't think the far right ones, the orange ones with that really cool. I think that logo was made in like the 2009-ish era of New York basketball. I think they've used that one before, and it's okay. Now it's kind of cool. I don't know. I'm not a big fan. Let me know if you're a Knicks fan, if you like these at all. I don't know if these are really anything really special. We have the Oklahoma City Thunder, and for them, they have, again, a sort of throwback to their 2018-2019 jerseys, and are basically just a sort of new colorway, redesigned version of them. And again, these are just jerseys that have been made before, but they're just a little bit cleaned up and a little bit new. The Loud City one is kind of cool. I guess that's their, I know there's like Rip City, there's Clutch City. I guess they're the Loud City, Buzz City. Yeah, I don't know. These are probably like a C minus, a C. Like, again, we've seen these jerseys before. I don't really like the Thunder, how it says Thunder. It looks kind of choppy, it looks like it would be hard to read from afar, I think. The Orlando the City of Roses for some reason. I have no idea why, but it's the Rose City jersey, and that is kind of cool. I don't really like the lettering they chose for this jersey, I'm not gonna lie. The PDX one looks kind of cool, but the Rose City one looks kind of hard to read even. I'm not a very big fan of how it looks. Other than that, these are super sick, very believable, very real looking jerseys. We have the Sacramento Kings up next. And I'm not gonna lie, these ones are kind of bland. I feel like doesn't Sacramento already have these jerseys? I think these are jerseys I've literally already seen before. The SAC or the SAC jerseys, if you want to call them that. I'm not a big fan of that. I do like the crown logo above the A. I think that is kind of cool. And then the far right ones are just very similar to those ones, but have some weird sort of texturing, white texturing on the side. I don't like how that looks at all. I do really like though that logo, that purple logo, that purple jersey logo, that white one, but again, I'm not very happy with these ones. So I have here the San Antonio Spurs. That these ones I'm not a very big fan of. I mean, I am a big fan of their sort of Fiesta sort of styling and colorway. I hope they do come out with more jerseys like that. That's really cool. But I think we again saw these last year. They just have a home jersey of it, a white version of it, which is really cool. But other than that, they have this sort of like valley-looking style, or I guess hilltoppy-looking, I guess, style of Spur jersey. I mean, again, these ones are not very special. These are probably, again, like a D plus, nothing super cool. I do like their Fiesta jerseys, but again, we've already seen that jersey before. Next up, we have the Toronto Raptors, and obviously for the Toronto Raptors, it's just the classic 90s, Vince Carter Toronto Raptor jersey, which obviously everyone's a big fan of. They have a white version, a purple version, and a red version. And they also have a version just without the dinosaur, which I don't like at all. If you're gonna do that sort of like 90s Raptor sort of striping, you gotta have the Raptor on the jersey. Oh wow, okay. They even have, again, a different sort of set, and for these ones, it's the sort of, Drake OVO jerseys, the black and white and gold ones, and wow, all of these are super sick. I think all of these are very sick. You have the gold dinosaur on the white ones, and then on the black versions of them, it's the outlining of the dinosaur that's gold. That is super sick. Those are A's. Those are A babies. Those would be hot off the shelves for sure. The Utah Jazz. I mean, I get what they're doing, and it says here, change the Jazz color scheme to the 80s color scheme, and I get that. That is cool. Throw this color scheme away. Throw this away. Throw the sort of mountainy blue glaciery color scheme away. That purple color too, throw it away. I hope that the Jazz just switch their current primary color scheme to their sunset. When you think of Utah, you think of, the beautiful scenery, the sunsets, the canyons they have over there in Utah, that orangey, reddish sort of like valley that they have over there. When I think of Utah, that's what I think of. I don't think of, greenery and glaciers and stuff like that. Like, I really like their sort of like sunset colorway and jerseys and things like that. I hope they go more that way. Not a big fan. These are like a D plus maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not a big fan of them. And lastly, we have here the Washington Wizards. And for the Wizards, take a look at their first jersey. Oh my God. That might be one of my favorite jerseys so far in this move. This is the end, but might be one of my favorite jerseys that I've seen. You get a really cool, very bold Washington Wizards logo, but behind it is some sort of American flag, sort of red, white, and blue stripes behind it, and it looks kind of like an American flag, kind of different, kind of cool. Then on the far right hand side, you have a sort of, again, a throwback, and I wish they would do more of these throwback jerseys from the sort of John Wall, Gilbert Arenas era Washington Wizards. I wish they would do these throwbacks. These ones are okay, but I wish they would just come out with, again, just that sort of jersey, that dark blue, jersey that, John Wall was dugging and dancing in when he was a rookie. Wow, that first jersey, man, that might just be an A of a team jersey just because of that. No, they're okay. I'll give it like a B minus. I don't really like really any of the other jerseys, but that one and the Wizard one is kind of cool. But yes, guys, that is the entire listing. My favorite ones, I really like the Drake OVO Toronto jerseys for sure. The New Orleans ones have to happen. Those ones are also maybe one of my favorites. And then the Cleveland ones, those ones were super sick. And the Brooklyn Nets ones, I think the Brooklyn ones, Cleveland, Toronto, those ones were all super sick. Let me know down in the comments your favorite jersey that you found. What do you think about your team's jerseys? Should these be the new ones? Should I look at some other ones? Definitely let me know. I'm definitely planning on doing a MLB one, so look out for that one sometime soon. And yeah, I think that is going to be it for me. And I hope to see you again in my next video very, 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 very soon. Make sure to